Who else is absolutely exhausted? Me too. I mean, not only did we have all this stuff with Daniel Bryan when he turned up on SmackDown and won the WWE title from AJ Styles, but also the fallout from the Becky Lynch scenario on Raw left us with no match for the SmackDown Women's Champion because she's off that show after suffering a concussion. Now, excuse me, I have to go and smash my head into a wall just so I calm down a bit. It does absolutely suck, and obviously myself and everybody here at What Culture Wrestling wishes all the best to Becky Lynch, but as long as she's okay, and as long as she is 100% healthy when she's got over her recovery period, I actually think that Becky Lynch missing the Survivor Series pay-per-view is a happy accident that WWE has just stumbled across. Why? Ha ha! Here's why. Now, yes, just to underline that, if it does turn out there's more to this injury than we currently know, and at the moment there's no rumours, there's no murmurings, I'm just spitballing, but then it's all bad. The livelihood of any performer comes way before my own entertainment or some wrestling. I want everyone to be healthy, I want everyone to be happy, and I just want everyone to be able to walk around with smiles on their faces, eating pink sweets that have like jelly baby grins going, eee. That sounds terrifying. You know what I mean? I just don't want to get into a thing here because it's important to me. I like to be a moralistic guy. Let's go with the running theme that everything is going to be okay though, and my word, WWE has gold jingling in its pockets because they have just hit new heights with Becky Lynch. And I'm going to tell you why. Let's start with the obvious. One of the most crucial things if you are going to be a babyface in the world of wrestling is to have what is known as sympathy. Notoriously hard to get from a crowd, it's an emotion that 9 times out of 10 will instantly allow you to warm to someone if you understand their position. Let's say you meet a random stranger and you discover they've been fired from their job and you two recently got let go. You're just going to click because you're going to have something to talk about and you can say, you know what? I understand how you're feeling. You have strong feelings both for them and towards them because you can understand their pain. The fact that they're now relatable to you just makes them feel a little bit closer still. That is what WWE has with Becky Lynch right now. They had it before in the sense that she had scraped and clawed for everything that she'd ever achieved, but now this brand new cherry has been hurled in everybody's faces. I mean, here is a lady, here is a woman, here is a wrestler that was about to have the biggest match, the biggest fight of her career, and it was stolen away mere days from when it was meant to happen. Not only that, but she's going to have to watch from the sidelines because she's not allowed to get involved, or that's the way it seems, and who can't get on board with that? It's a horrible situation to be in, and seeing Becky on SmackDown not only cut an amazing promo, but do it when she was clearly devastated, mustered up that kind of connection we don't see or feel from the WWE that much these days. It was the perfect blending of fiction and reality where not only you're rooting for the character known as Becky Lynch, but you're also feeling sorry for the real person known as Rebecca Quinn. Push those hands together and it's hard not to fall in love with this person. Now both have to dust themselves off and get back to where they were, and that's true for the performer, but it's also true for the person behind the scenes. And don't forget about this hand these days, we all love the backstage stuff, we all buy into it, and then that does affect what we do when we turn on Raw, we turn on SmackDown, or we watch a pay-per-view. Because we get it though, that just adds more fuel to the fire. I mean, all of us want to see her come back to the ring already. That little nugget was made clear as soon as she had confirmed her predicament. But it gets better when you think how long this feeling can last. Lynch can use it for months if she wants, and that's only going to build this connection between Lynch and her fans, and that's the kind of thing that not only keeps you over, but allows you to climb that mythical ladder to the next level. While the name Stone Cold Steve Austin comes up a lot, and there are similarities between him and her persona, I think all of this is more akin to what happened with Daniel Bryan a few years ago, and by no means is that a bad thing. It's what both Raw and SmackDown have been missing since then, and if she can elicit that type of response week in, week out, it's gonna make television so much more entertaining, especially when you know there is someone specific that you're tuning in to see. And then there's part 2 to all of this. When I made a recent video called Why Ronda Rousey Should Beat Becky Lynch at Survivor Series 2018, most of the feedback I got was, Miller, you're an idiot. Miller, Ronda Rousey's not going to lose. Miller, Becky's absolutely screwed. Miller, what are you talking about? Miller, you're a bald, rude word. Rousey was an absolute shoo-in, and then Becky would probably lose the title at TLC to Charlotte, and then finally we could look down the road to WrestleMania 35 and get our so-called dream match between Ronda Rousey and Charlotte, and I assume both women would have been champions too. Now, if Becky Lynch had lost her gold in December, that would have been crap. But it ain't gonna happen now, is it? Aside from potentially dodging a loss this Sunday, it also stops WWE from doing anything stupid with Becky, and makes her a bigger star in the process. Also, if we're going to do Charlotte versus Ronda now, doesn't it make sense to do Becky Lynch versus Rousey at WrestleMania 35? I think so. And if anyone backstage at WWE is feeling a bit risky in that build-up to the show of shows, I think you pull the trigger, I think you go all the way, and I think you have Becky Lynch beat Ronda Rousey and again cement her place as one of the best people in the damn company. I can absolutely see that happening now if this swell of love continues to grow for Becky Lynch. And if you ignore it and you go the other way, do you know what you start risk doing? You risk turning Ronda Rousey heel. Isn't that right, Dave Bautista? For the record, I love Dave Bautista, but he got hit by that wave in 2014 and he even saw it coming. No one else did, so let's learn from our mistakes. Let's make new experiences and go, we are good people. They say you should make the best of any situation. I really hope WWE sees that and does it here. It all depends on how they see Becky Lynch's long-term future, but if they can't acknowledge that fate has kind of just walked up to their door and gone, "Hi WWE, would you like a boatload of money?" then they must be living in a different place to me, because I can see it and I'm all the way here in the UK and I'm an idiot and I lost my hair. Also, you've got a ready-made feud with Nia Jax, and apparently that's something both women are jumping right into. Go and check out Nia's or Becky's Twitter feed right now. They went back and forth about this. Nia Jax was showing off her broken hand, saying, well, no one's talking about my hand. And Becky Lynch was all like, are you kidding me? I'm coming to get you. And she used the B word. There's so many paths we can walk down here, and I like going for a walk. It burns calories. Just to put another full stop on all of this too, do you know what other story always goes down well? The story of David versus Goliath. Think what I just said? It's right there, WWE. It's looking at you, creepily, from the corner. Blinking away. So while it's all heartbreak and tears at the moment, let's try and look past Survivor Series and hope all of this means a far better direction for Becky Lynch as she moves into what's ever next. Hell, if you want, you could even go full Stone Cold Steve Austin with this. She could come out at the pay-per-view and she could whip Ronda Rousey's ass, she could whip Charlotte's ass, and she could stand tall. No one would care. There was no finish to that match. They'd just be in heaven that Becky Lynch had come out and done that. And I know medical stuff may prohibit her from doing that, but there's still ways and means. I'm sure there are ways and means. If nothing else, WWE, just feel what you have in front of you and use it. Please, for the love of everything, use it. I can feel a groundswell here in the wrestling community, and that hasn't happened for some time, but it's up to you to take advantage of it. Now, don't forget to leave a comment below and let us know what you think about Becky Lynch, Charlotte, Ronda Rousey, WrestleMania, Survivor Series 2018. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to What Culture Wrestling, then you head over to whatculture.com and you read yourself some articles, a lot which will be about this, and you follow What Culture on that there Twitter at What Culture WWE. My name is Simon from What Culture. Thank you for watching the Why series, and as you can probably tell from some of my recent video output, I am quite taken by Becky Lynch. I think she's a fantastic professional wrestler, and I also think she took this ball and she absolutely ran with it. Do you know what else you take the ball in? DDP yoga. Niche reference for you there. Pow! See you soon.